story here that the other day there was I think it was James Gunn was on Howard Stern and he revealed that Dave Bautista was the number one choice for Peacemaker. And he says, well, this is why I turned it down, even though he was the number one choice. He said DC Studios co-CEO James Gunn recently revealed that his plan was for Dave Bautista to play Peacemaker in the Suicide Squad and beyond. Now the actor has explained why he turned it down. Last week, James Gunn revealed that Dave Bautista was his top pick. That had that happened, the pro wrestler would have suited up as Chris Smith in the 2021 movie, 2 seasons of Peacemaker, Superman, and likely 2027's Man of Tomorrow. John Cena ended up being cast in the role, and Gunn put the Drax actor's absence down to money and scheduling. Talking to comicbook.com, Batista broke his silence on turning down the role and revealed whether he has regrets. He said, I have to say, that one, I really wanted to do that part. Gunn wrote that part for me, and it was meant for me, and just became a scheduling thing where I just couldn't do it because I was doing Army of the Dead. And so it was a scheduling issue that we just could not figure out. And I think it was great. It was a blessing in disguise that I didn't do that because I have to say, I have to be honest, there's no way that I would have been able to do that role like John. He's just perfect for it, you know, and I wouldn't have done it justice. It wouldn't have been as successful. He added, so look, and I'm saying that with every bit of envy, you know, I would love it. I just wouldn't have been able to do the same thing that John does to bring to that character. It wouldn't have been the same. It wouldn't have been as good. I can honestly say that it wouldn't have been as good. Batista had bid farewell to the MCU after playing Drax in the Guardians franchise. Army of the Dead didn't spawn a new horror franchise at Netflix. We got a pretty forgettable prequel, and the plug was ultimately pulled on an animated prequel. Still, while the Dune star didn't get to join the DC universe, he has found plenty of successes away from the world of superheroes. Batista remains eager to join Gunn in the DCU, but admits he might now be a little long in the tooth to transform into his dream role, Bane. I wrote the character Peacemaker for him. We offered him the role. That's what he said on Stern. Okay. I absolutely loved the answer from Dave Bautista. He said, look, yeah, I wanted to do it. It was written for me. He wanted me to do it. I wanted to do it. Couldn't do it. Scheduling. And then with class said, but what John did, like, you can't even imagine. Because John Cena is really great in the role. I mean, he's great in it. He's great in the role. And it won a lot of people over if you weren't already Cena fans. And I was never disliked Cena. I just never thought he was great in movies. I thought, like I'd mentioned previous times, I thought he was really good in Trainwreck. There was something else I think he was fine in. Didn't like him in Bumblebee and other things. I was like, didn't really transition. And I don't know if he's got the chops. And I was proven wrong in both the Suicide Squad and Peacemaker. He's fantastic in both of those. And he really has found this is his career role so far. And he really understands it. Now, the one thing I'd say, I think Batista's being a little hard on himself. He's like, I don't think it would have been as successful. I don't know if that's true. It would have been very different. But I don't know. Batista is still recognized as the best actor from most people out of all of the wrestlers that have gone into acting. He is still recognized as the top actor. Now, The Rock, I think, as until recently, has been like the number 3. I think Cena was number 2. And then you look at The Rock at number 3. Now, we'll see what happens with the Smashing Machine, because you know how everybody is. Even your answer, what I would accept is, even if he's good in the Smashing Machine, it's only one role outside of his normal stuff that he does, minus, like, I guess, Faster. And what was the other one he did? Whatever. There's a few other ones, but for the most part, it's been The Rock consistently. So, like, oh, he's got to do more. It's not how it's going to work. Especially if he gets nominated for an Oscar, and if he wins the Oscar, but if he gets nominated for an Oscar, so it's nominated for a bunch of awards, he's going to quickly he's going to go past John Cena, and it's going to be him and Batista. Snitch was the other one. Thank you. So let's see how that turns out to be. But Batista is recognized as one of the best, and that's not the best right now. And so him saying, well, it wouldn't have been as good, I think he's being humble. I think he's, also being a little hard on himself. It would have been very different, but I still think a Dave Bautista Peacemaker, Dave Bautista can be funny. Obviously, you look at what he did with Drax. I thought he was really good in Naked Gun. Short scene, but really good in that. He's got good comedic timing. But yes, I do think John Cena was the right person for the role. I just don't buy into it wouldn't have been as successful. I also have to catch up with Peacemaker where it is right now. Looks like people are disappointed with it. I liked it. The last one I saw, 3, I dug, but apparently 4 wasn't that great. So we shall see. No, I didn't. And I have to catch up on Alien Earth too. That's one of those shows. I'm in that zone with that show where in the same way I was in the zone with like whether it was like something like Seinfeld or something else where I acknowledge how good the show is, but I'm not rushing back to see it. And I know, and it's like every time I watch it, and when I'm watching, I'm like, oh, this is a really good show. But it's not. I'm not like, oh, I can't go without missing an episode. I'll let it go a few. I think I'm like 2 or 3 behind now. As where I'll tell you, I'm watching Task right now, and Task is one of those shows where I want to see every new episode when it pops. Tulsa King season 3 is, or is it 3? Yes, 3. That's coming out this weekend. I know that I guess Generation V just dropped, but here's the problem when shows drop. Did they all drop at once, or is it just the first 3? If it's just the first 3, then that's encouraging. When they all drop at once, I probably won't watch it when it all drops at once because I'm like, it's too intimidating to have to watch it all now. First 3, okay, it's the first 3. Then maybe I'll watch it. First 3. I would much rather do first 3 than the whole season. Stranger Things is probably something I'll break that rule. There's a few that'll break that rule, but a lot of times, like, no. All right, what'd you think? What do you think about Batista's comments? Do you think this is he's being unfair? Could he have made it work? Would you like to see him as Peacemaker? The other thing that we should definitely discuss is I think you guys know as well as I do, he's going to be in the DCU. I don't think he'll play Bane. I think he's right. I think at this point, probably tougher to do. And he doesn't want to get that big again. He's gotten himself into, I think, healthier shape. And not that he was unhealthy before, but there's only so long you can be that big. I mean, look at The Rock. The Rock's cutting away too. So I think he will definitely be in the DCU. The question is, at what capacity? All right. Put your thoughts in there. Let me know. Oh, man, I'm so glad to finally talk to you guys about Cash App. I've been using Cash App forever, and now I get to talk to you guys about it. Don't worry. It's very easy, fast to sign up. Do you even know how much interest your money is earning you in your bank account right now? Well, let me tell you some stuff. Cash App can do way more than you think to make your money work for you. If you direct deposit at least $300 in paychecks each month and use the Cash App card for purchases, you can earn up to 4% annual interest on your savings. There's no hidden fees, no minimum balance requirements. Also, you can hit your saving goals even faster by turning on the Roundups feature on your Cash App card. With Roundups, every purchase you make using the card is rounded up to the nearest dollar, and that spare change is automatically put into your savings. Don't let your money sit around and gather dust. Make it work for you. Take advantage of high interest savings on Cash App today. For a limited time only, new Cash App customers can use our exclusive code and earn some additional cash. For real, just download the Cash App, use our exclusive referral code, Kristian, in your profile, send $5 to a friend. Within 14 days, you're going to get $10 dropped right into your account. Terms apply. That's money. That's Cash App. Cash App is a financial service platform, not a bank. Banking services provided by Cash App's bank partner. Prepaid debit cards issued by Sutton Bank, members FDIC, direct deposit, roundups, overdraft coverage, and discounts provided by Cash App, a Block Inc. brand. Visit cash.app/legal/podcast for full disclosure.